Good morning, class. Today is April 28th, 2020, and we'll start with our This Day in History. On this day in 1937, Saddam Hussein was born. Saddam Hussein was the leader of Iraq. He was a horrible dictator who attacked minority Muslims. So there's different types of Muslims, and he attacked minority Muslims in Iraq. And as America, when we went to war with Iraq, we eventually overthrew him. He was found guilty of war crimes and was hanged. On this day, in 1908, Oskar Schindler was born. This is one of my favorite people in history. Oskar Schindler is a righteous Gentile, which is recognized by Yad Vashem, which is a Holocaust organization. At any given point in the world, Jews believe that there are a certain number of people, I don't remember the exact number, who are put on this earth to help the Jewish people. And this term, righteous Gentile, really came about in during the Holocaust, became more of a popular term, referred to anybody who helped hide or rescue Jews. For example, Miep Gies, the woman who helped Anne Frank and her family, is considered a righteous Gentile. Oskar Schindler is a tremendous righteous Gentile. He rescued over 1,000 Jews, and what he did was he was a Nazi. All right, bear with me, and he owned a enamelware factory in Krakow, which is in Poland. Beautiful city, by the way. He used Jewish labor from the nearby Camp Plaszow to work in his factory, and he slowly came to realize that, like, hey, Nazis are terrible, these Jewish people are wonderful, they haven't done anything wrong. And he started becoming very protective of them. Now Plaszow was closed down, and they were going to move the Jews to other camps, including Auschwitz, which is probably the most famous, where 1.1 million people died. And he created a list of his Jews, and he had to pay pretty much a bribe for each and every one of those people who worked for him to come with him to a new concentration camp, and stay under his protection. And I don't remember the name of the camp off the top of my head. I'm doing a huge project right now on all of the concentration camps, and they're kind of all blurring together. And he ended up saving over 1,000 people, and it's tremendous. There's a movie about him. It is, I cry like a baby every time I watch it. And there's a book about him called Schindler's List, and he had to flee when the Russians came and liberated the camp, and because he was worried he would still be arrested. And the Jews who protected him on his list actually signed an affidavit swearing that he did not mistreat them. In fact, he helped them, he paid lots of bribes. He was just a wonderful, wonderful man. So today is his 102nd birthday. On this day in 1945, Mussolini dies. Mussolini was the leader of Italy during World War II. And once he kind of didn't do as much as like Japan and Germany, but he kind of was just doing whatever Hitler told him to do. The Italian people rose up against him, and they killed him and his wife in the streets. There was a huge mutiny on the HMS Bounty, which was a ship. It's a very famous mutiny. I unfortunately know very little about it. And on this day, and that was in 1789. And finally, in 1967, Muhammad Ali refused the army induction on religious grounds, pretty much saying, I don't believe in war, it's against my religion, therefore I will not be drafted. And that was quite a big deal. All right, what's going on today? You still have work to do. It's due on Friday. Do not do the Google Forms first. You do the Google slide, then the Google form. That's why it says do first, do second in big letters. Also in the video directions, once again, on the Google Slides, it'll say do the Google form on slide 9. There's no slide 9. I made it as a separate assignment. So if you're emailing me asking me about this, you're not paying attention to my videos. And I know that now. I have office hours at 12:45 for first period and 3:30 for fourth period. The link will be in Google Classroom. If you go to classwork, then you go to distance learning, general information. That's the link. That is the link that we're going to use every single time from now on. I will not be posting daily links. That link, every time, that's where you go, making my life easier. As always, if you have questions, please feel free to reach out to me. Bye, guys.